I've doubled my thread and made a knot in the end, and now I'm ready to sew the button. I'll start out by taking a little stitch right where the button's going to be positioned, and I usually start the buttonhole with that knot on the top of the fabric because it will be hidden that way. It won't show from the back of the fabric. Now I'll add the button, coming up through one hole, down through another, and I'll take one stitch right where my first stitch was. So I've started to secure the button. Now I'm going to make the shank by lifting up the button, and I'm just going to insert my matchstick right in between the button and the fabric, right within that stitch that I took. And then I can continue to stitch the button. So I'll come up through one hole, and you can do this in a really fluid motion. I'll go down through the other hole and take the stitch at the same time. And I'll just do that repeatedly. Come up through one hole, and then in one motion, go down through the second hole and take that stitch. And because my thread is doubled, I don't need to take very many stitches here. I think that will be enough. And now I'll do the same thing using the other two holes on my button. Come up through this hole, and then going around that matchstick again, take one stitch. And I think one more stitch will be plenty. Okay, now to form the shank itself, I'll just push this matchstick out of the way. And you can see we have a little space between the button and the fabric now. So I'm just going to take the thread and start to wind it around all of those stitches a few times, not too many times. And then I'll just take a little stitch right near the threads themselves. So I'll take another little stitch there, and then this time I'm going to take my needle through that loop, the resulting loop, and that will make a little knot right at the base of the buttonhole. And then just to end it, you can do that one or two more times if you like. To end it, I'll just push the needle through the shank, and then I can trim the thread. And we have a really well secured button with a nice little shank underneath. That will be really secure. It won't come off very easily at all.